I'm about to do. I'm gonna enjoy it.
What's up? What's up? This is absolutely not for the meek. And I'm back again. Going to critique a Melanie King video. Let's get right into it. Uh, right into it.
Today, we are going to talk sex. His need, ladies, not your weapon. Let's talk about the males and how they need sex. Now, when I say need, I truly mean need. It's something that's inbred in their DNA. It's not a want.
Exactly.
It's not something that they get excited about and want to have every so once in a while. It is something that helps them function. It is something that helps them move, feel better. It's a need for them. Now, society has made it socially acceptable for men to be able to do a lot with sex. We all know that according to society, a man can be more promiscuous. Let's just say it out loud. A man can be more promiscuous than a woman. He's taught from the time that he's a teenager, talking to his boys, they're talking about girls. And then he goes and talks to a grown man or his uncle, his dad, and something like that. And they tell him to go out and get a bunch of what? Sex. Socially acceptable, imprinted in his DNA. Now, when he chooses to have a girlfriend, to have a lady, to have a woman, to have a wife, and you decide that now I love you and I'm not going to have sex with you no more. Ladies, you have just completely jacked up his whole world. He don't understand that. Why wouldn't you want to give him any? Why wouldn't you want to have sex? Some of the reasons that we don't want to have sex is because I'm mad at him. I don't want to give him nothing. Let's talk about that. So, he did something wrong to you, and right now you're not emotionally feeling him. Let's even say he apologized to you. In his eyes, his apology meant that he squashed it. He apologized. And you said that you forgive him. But yet, you still don't want to be intimate with your man. Notice I say your man because this is your man, right? That you don't want to share your body with. That he needs to have to feel valuable, to feel accepted. It's a form of acceptance to him when his woman chooses to have sex with him. When she chooses to want to have sex with him. So now you're saying, I'm mad, I'm emotionally not there. Well, ladies, I just want to tell you, you need to get it together. You need to emotionally get your connection back together. Because at this particular point, it's not him, it's you. He said, I'm sorry. You said you forgave him. So now what's the problem? The longer you hold on to not giving him sex, the longer you're putting a separation between you two. Because sex is a form of communication. It's a form of communication that draws him closer to you, that draws you closer to him. He needs it. It's a way that he talks to you. It's a releaser for him. Stresses. We never know what our men go through in any given day. They're not going to tell us everything. So when he comes in and he's stressed and you can just see the stress on him or he's quiet, he's drawn back, sometimes you might be able to help him. You might be able to help release what he has going on. Ever thought about it like that?
Hey guys, it's your girl Melanie. I came across this video and I like this woman because she's just giving straight up real talk to women and she laid it out a lot.
What I don't like is Melody didn't go ahead and introduce this lady's page or anything like that. There was no link in her bio. She can't have something looking this good be competition, obviously. Another trait of the mindset of the female. Okay.
A lot of women withhold sex from their husband because they're upset with him, because they feel like he's done something, or they're holding grudges, or they're holding resentment. Even if he says he's sorry, even if he doesn't say that he's sorry, You know how many things you do to him or things that he doesn't like, but you still expect him to fulfill his husband duties. You still expect him to go to work. You still expect him to help with housework. You still expect him to to provide for the household, and you still expect him to be faithful to you even if he's upset with you. But somehow we justify in our minds that it's okay to withhold sex, a biological need for our husband, when we feel like it. When we feel like it, we weaponize it, we use it as punishment. And you may say, well, if he makes me feel a certain way, if he makes me upset, I'm just not in the mood, I just can't get there, I don't feel safe. That's the one. Now, I don't feel safe, I don't feel safe. They will act like their husband is abusing them because of all 1,000 different reasons. There's always an excuse. But it's not all these men in mass abusing their wives, and that it'll be justified you not having sex with that man. And honestly, if you're getting physically abused, most women, this isn't even on discussion. You're trying to leave. You're trying to figure this out. If you do withhold, won't he get more violent? Won't he get hurt you more? Like, it's illogical.
I think which they like men to go ahead and be abusive to them. Those are the ones that are attracted to that they want to give it up to. But my point is to this: when you go ahead and you find another woman, then they come begging to have you back. Then they start giving it to you like you want and everything. And then when they believe they got your back and you ain't got no more options, you done cut off the other one or whatever like that because you got a family with this delusional creature. Then next you know they start right back with it. Sickening.
Women use it as a manipulation tactic, and we know it all the time. Women may say, well, I can't help how I feel, I can't help what I want to do. Well, then when he feels like, when he cheats, he can't help how he feels. He's not in control of what he feels. Same excuse you're using. And you say, you're saying it's okay to cheat. Are you saying it's okay to withhold sex in your marriage, and that's okay? Guys, sorry if you hear banging and you're hearing noise. They're doing construction and I'm about to lose my mind. Just ignore it. Just ignore it, okay? So so it's the same thing, but women don't equate it as the same thing. They think somehow that they are justified in their actions, but men aren't. That they're justified in holding resentment and therefore withholding sex, and but the man is not justified if he withholds something, or he takes it a certain type of.
I wanted to say something. Notice how good Melanie King looks? All that makeup, all that magic. Mm. I mean, I ain't got nothing against Melanie King, but just like all other females, which she has her delusions. But I mean, I use her videos because she brings up some good points. When you got the video bringing up points, and then she brings up points on top of those points, and then I bring in my points, I think it's a home run. So that's why I use her stuff.
Stance. And so you've got to think about it that way. But a lot of women don't care. A lot of women just think, well, this is the way I feel. And if they don't care about the consequences. They don't care about losing that marriage. They don't care about losing their husband. And this is where a lot of
Until they lose it, and he go get somebody else. That's the problem. That's the issue. When they have it, when they're unable to destroy you, and you can bounce back and be an even greater than how you were. Oh my God, they can't stand that. They can't stand that. They were, oh no, I want that. That's mine. Oh, that's mine. I shouldn't have thrown it away. I want it back. You know, man, we're gonna be getting into a lot of. You know what? I can't. But this video is long. I can't get into it. But there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming up. A lot of stuff coming up with Melanie King.
husbands are going to start thinking, is it worth it what you're going through? Sex being withheld from you and it being weaponized against you. That really is a form of abuse. That is a form of abuse. And a lot of women think that they are justified and they don't think it's abuse, but it is.
It's empowering to him, ladies. It can make him feel like he can go out and conquer the world, helping him start his day, end his day.
I would say that they don't even want you empowered. Which The MK Ultra feminist movement is real. They actually are jealous, spiteful, and hateful to their man. You know, just like which are how so-called black people they they hate each other. It seems as though I mean he just had a situation where a migrant was telling a black woman, "No more money for you. You lazy. You lazy." This is in Chicago. Why wasn't this man murdered first day he stepped out of that building? What happened? But it's only justified if they're killing each other. It doesn't matter in Chicago. It could be men, women, children, as long as they black, they go ahead and they make it happen. They go ahead and kill them.
Middle of the day, however you feel, do it. Go out and do it. Let him know you love him in the way that he needs to be loved. Let him know that you, his woman, care for him in the way that he naturally, embedded in his DNA, needs to be loved. It's not a weapon for you to hold on to and you're going to give it to him and you're going to ration it out when you want to. That won't end up ending the way that you think it will. Now let's talk second point. I'm tired. I got the kids, I got work, I got this, I got church, I got that. Understandable. I got 2 kids myself, run a whole business. I get tired. But I made a commitment to love somebody. I made a commitment that I want a loving relationship. So, in my commitment of having a loving relationship, I have to communicate love in the form of intimacy, if I'm tired or not. Now, I don't know about you, but I heard that sex, when you actually have it, the connection in itself gives you energy. It gives you life. So you may start tired, but once you get into the act, oh, you're going to feel a whole lot better. Now, mind you, don't get into it and just give them, I think I heard lazy booty. Lazy booty men can tell. They don't really want it. They'll take it because it's probably been like something stupid, like 2 weeks to a month since you've actually done it. But ladies, it shouldn't be that long. I think men have about a 3-day span where they just get to the point where they're irritated now, they frustrated. I've even seen men whole personality change because they ain't got none. You can kind of tell. 3-day span is the longest that you should be going without loving on your man. And hear me say, loving on your man, because it's a form of love for him. Again, communication, empowering. You're accepting him. His lady wants to have sex with him. There's nothing bigger to a man than a woman that actually desires him, that wants to be with him. You all complain about men looking at other women or men getting excited when another woman looks at him. She's desiring him. She's showing him he's accepted. She's wanting him. Are you wanting him? Are you desiring him? Are you showing him that you love him in the form of intimacy? Because you can't get mad at him for something that you're not doing. You can't get mad at him because you're claiming that you're always tired and he go out and get that from somewhere else. Now, mind you, I'm not condoning him going somewhere else. I'm just helping you come to grips with how you're helping cause that and how you can fix it. It's really simple. You love him anyway, right?
So at this point hits home so much for so many women because can these people stop banging? Please, please. This hits home for so many reasons because so many women, they would just use, well, I'm tired. I got this to do and that to do. And I got the kids and I got this and I got that. And they blame all of this. There's always these external factors as to why they can't contribute to their marriage. And then they wonder why their marriage is deteriorating, why they're not happy, why their husband isn't pouring into them, why their husband isn't acting like he's in love with them anymore, why he's not doing the same thing he did when they were dating. How come he's not dating me anymore? Well, you're not sleeping with him the way you were. Stop lying. Once you get that ring, you feel comfortable, you feel secure, you feel like you don't have to do those things. You prioritize everything else above your marriage, above your relationship, and wonder why you're not happy, wonder why you feel unfulfilled, wonder why things are not working.
Doesn't this feel like beating a dead horse? Gentlemen, does this not feel like this horse has been beat to death? I mean, when does common sense come into play? That's what I would like to know. I would love to know when common sense comes into play, when they finally get it. But they don't want to get it. I swear to God, they're like inherently evil. They just so stuck on themselves, like they can do better. Man, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. Man, what should I know of a dummy that went ahead and left her husband, took the kids, moved to a whole nother state, and was messing with a dude that was totally fronting. He was pushing a Jaguar and a BMW that belonged to his siblings. This guy was running around a little beat up Honda Accord and fronting like he had it going on with the range and the BMW. You see what I'm saying? But they love the facade. They're nothing but facade. Look at both of them. They're facades. They're they're witchcraft. This mask on.
And you shift all the blame onto him, and you take no personal accountability to what you're doing and how you're contributing. Everybody's busy. Everybody has a lot to go on, lot to do. It's not an excuse to be tired. That is a once in a while, okay, where you really are physically to the point where you are too tired. If you need better time management, you need a better schedule.
Let me tell you something. There's one thing I miss about my older kid's mother. Man, anytime, yo, it could be early in the morning, just waking up and everything like that. You just pull those things down and hop on and do your thing. No issues. None. I mean, god damn. I mean, and these chicks, oh man. But guess what? The thottery was still there. The thottery was still there. Looking. Me, I could do whatever I want. Destroyed everything.
You need to maybe you even need a sex schedule where it is expected, where it's part of your routine. It is like taking a shower, brushing your teeth. This is a need. This is a critical need. One of the most, if not the most important critical need of your marriage. Okay, guys, I was interrupted because my dad came over for a second and I lost my train of thought. But, seeing that you're too tired, you need to figure out what is going on with you. It could be a medical issue that you need to get resolved, whether you're not taking care of yourself, having enough vitamins, if you're not you're not hydrated enough, if you're not exercising. I know a lot of women do not exercise. And so, yes, as you age, you can do that when you're young, not exercise and still have energy. But if you're not disciplined in your eating and in your exercise and taking care of your body, yes, it's going to break down. You're going to be tired more often. We prioritize what we care about. We prioritize what we love. It is not an excuse. And so if you are tired, that doesn't absolve you of anything. And it's almost become a running joke, even on shows and in movies. Oh, she's got a headache. Oh, she's tired tonight. I forget which sitcom. Was it Love and Marriage? Was it Love and Marriage? What is it? The Al Bundy? I can't remember the name of it.
That's exactly right. That's the MK Ultra mind control. Or to get you to destroy the family, to get the woman not to do what she's supposed to do, that she can make an excuse for not doing her duty. Which sex should be like going to the bathroom. It's a necessity. I'm not even gonna go further with that. I'm gonna add on some other stuff. Let's see here.
A masculine man will never be attracted to a controlling, critical woman. The masculine needs to feel respected and appreciated for his strength. But a controlling woman robs him of that. He needs a partner to be his equal, not a mother who treats him like a child. Constant criticism will chip away at the intimacy and the connection in the relationship because her hostility puts him in defense mode. If she's controlling how much freedom he has, it will result in a lack of love, respect, and trust, all of which are essential for the Masculine is to stay true to his God-given purpose to protect and provide for the feminine.
And this is why the world is going up in flames. This is why. And when it's time for America to fully be engulfed in this flame, the men ain't gonna be rushing up to do nothing. It's the brainwash is complete. It is full tilt. Let's see what I got another one here because these women are just too masculine. They don't know their place. They don't even want to be feminine. They don't want to enjoy life. You know. That's why they want to be like that. Let them go work. Go work. Have your career. Be done.
You know what I notice about some women is that some women expect for a man to love her unconditionally, but she wants to love this man under conditions. What this man can do for her, how much he can provide, how much money he make, where he work, what type of job he doing. But this man is supposed to accept you with open arms. Baby, you have yet to heal from childhood trauma. Your mama and your daddy failed you. You still have abandonment issues, baby. You insecure with yourself because you sitting here comparing yourself to this girl on social media. You don't even like the way that you look, but this man is supposed to accept you and love you unconditionally. Have you checked on that man's mental health? Have you called him and asked him, is he okay? Did you tell him that he was a king? Did you make him feel like that? And a lot of women say it's not my job to shape and mold. And man, that may not be your job, but it ain't your job to damn sure as hell stress that man out. But he gotta love you unconditionally and take you and your badass kids. I'm sorry. Call me back.
Man, listen, she's right on point. You know, that's why you have to steer away from chicks that don't have the family structure. I teach my son all the time. I say, yo, you meet a girl and she ain't got no daddy in the household and she's child of a single mother, don't mess with her. Do not mess with her. She is delusional. And there was a thing, damn, it was just on my mind. God damn, what was it? Damn,
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
I know. Tell me about it. Oh, what was it? It was about. Oh, forget it. Forget it. It's just madness. You know. Here's something else here. Here's the doctor. She got some jewels. This is to her.
You are not the source of your wife's unhappiness, and that there is nothing you can do or stop doing that will make her happy. Nothing that you hear in marriage counseling, nothing that she asks you to read, not speaking speaking her love language, writing love notes to her, making her feel important, doing special things for her. None of those things will make your wife happy because she is unhappy in herself. And she is the only solution to her unhappiness. And if you try to do the things you think will make her happy, she will resent it, find fault in it, and it won't be enough. And she'll find all the other things that she thinks you need to do to make her happy. So good men have to retire from trying to make your wife happy and retire from throwing your actions and feelings into an empty bucket with holes.
Yeah, you gotta retire. Retire from the buffoonery. Retire from, hopefully, you young men, which find yourself a good woman, you won't have these issues. But these are the type of issues you can get if you choose badly. If you choose that single mother, if you choose the chick that didn't have her parents, didn't have a father in the household, which she might be good. She should be good if she just had her father. But if she's just raised by the mother, nah, ain't gonna look good. Ain't gonna turn out good at all. Let me see. I got something else here that I'm not sure if it's gonna be any good or relevant, but I have it in the queue.
I don't know who needs to hear this, But ladies, if you are unwilling to make personal changes and you feel like you are fine exactly how you are, I suggest you stop dating. Because here's the truth. In order to have a happy and fulfilling relationship, it will require you to change things about you. So here's my issue. When you get a job, your employer has requirements and things that they want you to change about you. They may need you to change your hair, your clothes, the way you talk, some of your habits. You have no issues making these changes because you see the value in the check receive. But when it comes to a man having requirements, expectations, asking things of you to change, that is where you draw the line, because God forbid you make any changes for a good man. So here is my question to you. Do you not see the value in having a good man, or have you set your values so high you feel like there are no men good enough for you? And for all my ladies that's going to say, well, I'm not making no change for no man, he ain't a good man. Shut up. That's your problem now. You don't know how to listen. Because the truth is, if you make the necessary changes about yourself, you'll stop attracting them idiots and you'll attract better, good men. Start making the changes before I...
Damn, that was right on point. That was right on point. It's these females. They're the problem. You know, which is speaking of this over masculating and putting down men. Check this one out.
When a man does not feel appreciated in the area of his presence, he becomes a version of a man that he can give you and still survive. And I promise you, you will not like that version. That version of him is silent, frustrated, sharp with his words, short-tempered, non-communicative, because he has to become something that he can survive in.
Exactly. Will this wake them up? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Let's go to the dysfunction. Let's check out some dysfunction and question, why is it?
Why is it that the most educated group in America always seem to get caught either lying, cheating, scamming, or stealing? Why is it? How is it we have so many videos like this? Okay, so check this video out. You see the two white women and the two black people on the right side. Here are the two white women doing what white women do, which is go to restaurants, have a nice time and eat, and then pay for their meal. Well, the two white women, while doing what it is that they do, which is pay for their meal and leave a nice sized tip, the black woman that you see on the right wearing the hair hat is sitting there with her man and paying attention to what the white ladies are doing. You know, that is confusing to them to see them actually pay for a meal and give some extra money. You know, this thing called tip. Well, she didn't understand that. To the black woman, she saw the white women put the money down on the counter and thought, that's free money, and someone should pick it up. And guess what happened? She sat, she waited, she looked around. She got up, she looked around. She reached over and snatched the money real quick, right off the table. Ain't that something? But again, we always talk about racism. But we don't want to talk about this, huh? Black woman steals tip from white people's table. So steals the tip from the people who paid for their meal, as well as the people who served them their meal. Stuffed it right in her bra. Now I know what some of you brothers are thinking. But Tommy, she's got a fat butt. I know. That's what, or I hit that. Now, once we got past that, we got to ask ourselves, why is it that the most educated group in America is constantly stealing from people? Constantly being in places and people don't want them there anymore because they're irritating to them. Constantly stealing from restaurants or not paying or not tipping. Now, I want y'all to understand, they stole the tip from one table and then won't even tip on their own table. And she's willing to do this out on a date in front of the man that she's on a date with. Let him know, hey, I'm a thief. But then again, when you grow up in a house with a bunch of people who have no man and no morals, this is what you get. I'm Tommy Sotomayor. Don't get mad at other races of people when they look at you and look down on you. They look down on you because of what you do.
And that's facts. That is the woman, the female displays the culture. I mean, look at Sexy Red. Sexy Red is displaying a culture, and the children are going with it. And other ethnicities are looking like, yo, what the hell is that? Thus destroying opportunities for the people. Because they're like, yo, all of them think like that. All of them are hooded ratchet like that. Boy, so I got to put a stop to it. You know, here's another one. Here's another one that's really sad. And this is about education. Education of children. And how our people are failing because of these male and females. Let's go into it. And another one, this is from Tommy Sotomayor.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen? Sometimes you can say things that offend people, and you are 100% right when you do it. Take a listen to this school principal who decided he wanted to go off on everybody.
You know, I seriously don't understand why I have to constantly put up with these dumbasses here every day. Between these ungrateful black kids who can't test their way out of a paper bag, or these teachers who don't get it, how hard is it to get these students to meet their grade level expectations? Lawrence and Ravenel should have never been hired. And don't let me get started on DJ. I'm going to drag his black ass out of here one way or another. I'm going to get something to stick. I'm just so sick of the inadequacies of these people. And if I have to get one more complaint from one more Jew in this community, I'm going to join the other side.
Eric Eisworth is his name, and getting people told is his game. Eric Eisworth, it says, was a principal at Pikes High School in Baltimore, Maryland, and he was caught on a hot mic, recorded, and put out, and now people are saying he's racist and anti-Semitic. But I think he's 100% spot on. It's not just him. There's a lot of people who are starting to view black women and black culture this exact same way. This is not the first, second, or third video, and people are getting real bold enough to say it because they know that most people believe what they're saying. This man sounded frustrated, and he sounded frustrated because of the kids at his school.
Like I said, women control the culture. They spread the culture because if they like that, I mean, just imagine you're a thug and you're going around robbing, stealing, selling drugs, poisons to your community, and the girls is like, yo, they're promoting you. They're like, yo, they're cheering you on. They're cheering you on in your genocide. They are the culture. They make it like this. Which if the female wasn't into it, it would stop. It would stop, right? I mean, it just makes sense, right? Which men want, as you've seen from this video so far, men need sex, and it is a requirement. So deny if you deny sex and say, yo, you got to do better, that don't turn me on, that thug life and that drug dealing and D-boy lifestyle, they'll stop. But
Could not pass courses. And to him, that makes no sense. Now, why would y'all call this man racist or a bad person if he wanted your kid to pass? Shouldn't you think they were racist and bad people when they felt like your kid couldn't pass, that they aren't good and they just let them pass on through, that they don't even try? He blamed the teachers as well as the parents. So it seemed like he cares. And you should want someone over your school or over any entity, any situation that gives a crap, that looks at it and says, this is a failure. We should all look at black children that way when you find so many of them reading at third grade levels and they're 18 years old. We should all be offended that people do not see us as an educated group of people. We should be offended when we don't have any value or go out to make straight A's. But the best thing we can do is dance, sing, and do something with entertainment. we should think a certain way about that. And we should be sad. More people need to think like this man, and more people do. And because y'all can click something called hate speech every time y'all hear something you don't like, that doesn't mean that the people no longer think it. It just means that you put yourself in a vacuum chamber, in an echo chamber. An echo chamber to where all you hear are things that make you feel good, but that don't make you are good. So by that logic, the doctor shouldn't tell you what you need to get better. He should just tell you you's beautiful and a queen and send you home with a prescription for, I don't know, a Big Mac? Something to make you feel good, though. Not something that would make you better. I'm Thomas Sotomayor. Tell me what you think. I'm out.
Okay. I think that's good enough. Until next time, my friends, keep your head on a swivel. Be safe. Shalom.
Everyone, that is a fucking wrap.
Metro!
Wicked tones, you know. What's
Hold up!
Metro good and want some more. No. Wiggy. Hold up. Wiggy. Hold up. Stand up in the motor, bust the dashboard. Stand up in the motor, bust the dashboard. Hold up. Wiggy. Counters burning, money burning, graveyard eating.